Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Piland, thank you for joining us. Now, I want to talk to you about that police officer who roughhoused a student, if you will. Now, some of you may have heard about what he was doing. Well, the student may have gotten herself in trouble, but the officer was fired too, because he too was wrong. He roughhoused the student and dragged the student with the desk. I would show the video, but I don't think you're going to want to see it, so I'm just going to leave that alone. But what that officer did was wrong. Of course, the news clip showing proof of it is still available on my Kevin Piland Show Facebook page if you want to check that out. Who knew sharing news clips on Facebook would be easier than trying to make a show where you could show news clips? Who knew? I never even thought about it that way, but I guess it's better that way. You don't have to worry about anybody wondering what's going on. You don't have to worry about it being considered copyright infringement. And that's when I realized, you know, the KPS Facebook page is actually a useful tool, if you will. It really is. I'm very grateful that I get to keep doing this. And I don't do this for the money, I do it for enjoyment. Believe me, there are some people who upload videos for enjoyment, and they're not trying to do it for the money, they're doing it because they enjoy it. Some of you may have been wondering about the Snickers commercial that I posted on my YouTube page. Well, that was because it was a just for fun video that I discovered at one point. I figured, you know, somebody did something with it that I found interesting, and I thought I'd reshare it in a different way. Now, you wonder what's going on with what happens when you turn on the news and you see something that you wonder why it was even there in the first place. I'll tell you one story I was upset about earlier today. There was this couple who was just minding their own business, if you will. In fact, it was 4 a.m. that morning when some fake cops burst in, zip-tied them, and identified themselves as law enforcement, saying that they were here for drugs and money, and then they took off. Red flag? That was not actually a drug raid. Instead, they were just taking money and cell phones and all that other stuff that could be useful. How can those people go shopping and pay rent if they get victimized like this? I tell you one thing, I wouldn't want to live in a place like that. In fact, they were living in that house for a year. The police stated they haven't yet made any arrests. So it's a continuation story. If I do hear that the people were arrested, I'll research it and I'll talk about it in a future episode, but I want to get to the bottom of why I had to quit uploading videos on YouTube temporarily. That was because I've been busy working at Sears, and I haven't had much time to get back into the front of the webcam to actually upload more. But with SoundCloud, I was able to upload episodes even if I wasn't in the house, which was absolutely amazing. And speaking of SoundCloud, from now on, the show will be available on both. I didn't upload the recent one on SoundCloud though, but who cares, right? But that's the way it should be. And I want to thank you for watching.